Hello, GM. How's it going? Ah, that sucks. Finished Awakened bosses. Hey, congrats, dude. Where's my blowpipe? There it is. I thought that would be a lot slower for, you know, like how chill I was going about it. I think I'm gonna mute the music a little bit. Not mute it, like lower it a bit. How's it going, Oliver? Olivier, actually. In financial ruin. I assume those awakened orbs cost a heavy sum. Those things are... well, they're cheap, but not that cheap. Hey, how talented. I'm gonna take behind actually, but That took a while. I made it so the 60, so that blowover cost 60k bloods. Smart man, TBH. Gotta have all those sinks. In this economy. To be fair, back then bloods were like 200 flat. Anyone here watch the Mod Arcane podcast on OSRS? It's talking about like reward space and stuff. Somehow slip raids 4 in there. I wish he went a little bit more into detail about... There was a little small part where he was saying like how originally before he joined the team he was like, what's so hard about making rewards? I have a million ideas. I wish he kind of elaborated what those ideas were. It'd be interesting to see not just the ideas he actually had, but what he means a little bit more in detail about things he can't do. Because then we can emphasize, you know, people can emphasize a little bit more and get off his fucking back. Yeah, but maybe some of the, even the ones that didn't make it through would be really nice to hear. Pretty good HP for like not hitting at all on this melee. Pretty much, I think all that. I think that was a 0 leak. I think all the HP that healed was from the melee. I don't want to hit too hard. The soldier once here, I think. I'm gonna hit the soldier once there. Because I'll be honest, I'm in the exact same space right now. I don't have any ideas, but I'm in the exact same perspective that he, I guess, once was, which is, I wonder what's so hard about designing a good reward. And I want to be shut up. I want to hear the restrictions. I know I heard some of the restrictions he has from the Zebak podcast, such as devaluing previous economies and stuff. And that stuff was very interesting to hear. Although I had already considered some of them. So I wonder if there's any other restrictions, like, that his team has in mind when designing a good reward space. Lowest HP I've gotten Kephri? I think 60s, but the thing is, I hit the Melior higher in the other one, so he just didn't heal as much. I wonder if I spammed the right side there, if it wouldn't bump me. Not like it matters here, but... I assume keeping the economy in check is like #1 priority. Oh, to look over all the drop tables and like what am I devaluing and stuff like that. I think it's okay to devalue some stuff, but you do have to make a conscious like decision, like what kind of player base does X content and how bad would it affect them. You gambled your Fire Cave, now you're locked in Inferno. Congratulations. You cannot escape now. And you definitely cannot just get another Fire Cape. Are you kidding me right now? It's been like 8 attacks to proc 0.4% or something. Not like it matters, but... yeah, getting your Fire Cape is emitting defeat, you're right. I mean, you made it to triples, you gotta keep going, right? Not nearly as fun as on task. Oh, I know it has nothing to do with the task, it's this big number, nice. Oops. Didn't click fast enough. Yeah, on task, Inferno is easy mode Inferno, basically. Torva Ancestral? Hey, I could have healed. I could have healed. I'm playing these more like money raid style raids today. I don't plan on speeding. Oh, it didn't hit big enough. I'm definitely getting hit. That was a kind of wonky transition I just winged. I didn't even drag him like southeast or anything. I don't think it procs there. I never believe. I don't believe in that one either. That's a point. Yep. I've fallen for that too many times. That's like a mini 5-to-1 right there. Understanding the cycle of 1 to prey melee. It's the same thing as understanding what to do to step under for Baba. You want to save that precious tick. Similar to Verzik. In the sense that you're running away right before the attack, yes. In the sense that this guy's 6 tick and she's 4 tick, no. Like you need to be, yeah, like away from her before the attack even happens. Like, if that makes sense. In that sense, it's got the same unintuitive timing of why did I get bounced, why did I get keep backed. It's because you're there. Ow. Hold on. Where's my son? It's because you're there, like, when she starts. Exact same thing in that concept, right? If Akkha was a 4-tick monster, then it would be the exact same. Oops, lost some ticks here. There's trainers these days for Verzik P2 if you want to learn the tick perfect timing of like only step back when needed. I personally recommend, if you're getting into Verzik and you want a more in-game example, practice on an Iron Dragon. Practice your stepbacks on an Iron Dragon. The 4-tick monster, and if you ever get meleeed, you're making the mistake. Yo, how's it go, big boy? We're chilling. Doing some late night raids. Any tips on how to use that prayer restore potion in ToA high level raids? Yeah, it's pretty simple. Make sure it's on. Pretty much it. Nothing else to it. There's no sense in trying to min-max a potion that can last you the whole raid in terms of like the exact time. Yeah, you just make sure it's on. It's good that it's not anything crazy though. If your raids are lasting about 40 minutes, just pre-pot one and then bring in a 4-dose and that'll last you 40 minutes. If your raids are in the lower 30 minutes, you can just bring in a regular 4-dose. And just, you know, that'll last you 32 minutes. Thank God it's nothing crazy. Like, obviously you'll lose a little bit of value from, like, let's say the puzzle rooms. But who cares about that? Don't stress it. Like, sure, you'll have a 99 prayer in the puzzle room. Well, it's simple. If you didn't drink it, you can just drink it when the puzzle room ends. Simple as that. If it's already on, don't care. Great. Oh my god, I'm praying Mage. I'm so used to level 4 Zebak that I just assumed the projectile hit me by that time. I think I should raise the volume of the music a little bit. Oh my god, he's still alive. This is one of those shadow moments. Less consistency than range. Potential. Statistically, on average, the same. But you get those bad ones, oh, it feels bad. Although you can actually just have the same bad ones actually with. You can get the same bad ones with Tbow actually, but ever see a Tob stream? Probably not for a while, because I mean I just kind of do Tob when I feel like it. I kind of want to learn prayer regen. Big regen. And it's not something I can just like pick up solo. Well, I don't like doing solos anyway. I did want to do it for a challenge a while back, but I think then. No, that's definitely not then. Who cares? I'll have to rewatch the video. Am I as handsome as I sound? Of course, if not more, always. SRA tickets? No. I mean, it sounds like it would work, but I don't know why it would do that. It sounds more complex than just learning the regen. What's the purpose of doing it that way anyway? Soul Reaper Axe, I assume he's talking about. Compared to like a Locator Orb, for example. Well, I guess you're not using any redemption, so that means you're not using prayer, right? I guess I answered that question. I assume he's doing tick regen sometimes and an SRA sometimes. For orbs, at least. I think we have skulls left. It's gonna heal. Not trying to die while talking to chat. Where's the Incumace gone? It's in the bank. We're using the Grazie right now. Yeah, I have it for tick fix at Kephri, and I never tick fix. I should just use the mace, but I don't think it dies. We'll grasp. Throwing away valuable 2 prayer bonus. True. He's not like the other girls. You know what they say? It's the classic and true method. It takes a man to be best girl. I don't know, like, who was the first person to say that, but that shit is the funniest thing ever. I think my shadow's Borkin today. He doesn't want to do damage. I saw Kirby has some sort of like cool cycle that you can potentially get 2 hits off. I'm not gonna bother learning it yet, but Thrall. Thrall, don't do me like this. Oh, that's fine, I hit like a 1 anyway. I'll just kill it for set. We're running a little bit behind. I think just 1 set should be fine. I mean, 4 minutes. We'll still skip twice, and then we'll see what to do for the 4th one, I guess. Is this thing on? Gonna bring Tumikin's Warped Scepter. There you go. There you go. Complain and you shall receive. Yeah, the design of the shadow is definitely insanely nice. Would love to see how you do a 500 ToA without a shadow but a Tbow slowly. The answer is you would do it slowly. I actually have a video of 500 with a Bofa in sub 40. I'd probably do the exact same thing, except use a Tbow, and that's pretty much it, personally. Akkha is very annoying about a shadow, absolutely. For me, I've always wanted to do my 500s with a timer no matter what. I really dislike no timer raids. I think having a timer for your first 500 is a massive big dick move, which is why my first 500 was with a timer. And because you're watching me, you gotta put some respect on my name, and you have to do the same. First fan kit 540, that's based right there. Oh, a lag? I don't think it was lag, but Akkha made me move over the chambers for a while. Respectable. Yeah, he's the most unavoidable chip damage. Back row for final skulls, because you can kind of like squeeze in extra damage into the last phase, which means you're a little bit slower to the last row just by, you know, an extra attack, but it could be the difference. And the reason you can squeeze in an extra attack is just because of projectile time when you're far away. But whereas in the beginning, your attacks can get nulled in P3, which is why you don't go in the back row. Oh, I have like 3 rows left. Jeebus. Two takes off 400. That's unlucky, dude. It's not. It won't be. That's so unlucky. Nice. Money's money. Been a while since we've seen a Masori top. What am I doing? Why did I... I'm so used to pre-potting, I just see the combat and I start clicking buttons. Huh. Am I missing something? Oh, my Bone Dagger. Boom, boom. I don't think I have time to go back for this ranger and fix, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fix early. I'm not fucking with them. Those demons are baiting me. I can sense it. These are chill money raids. I'm not chasing around the Venom Baboon across the map for like 5 ticks saved. Oh. Oh. Nope. That is your territory. That is your domain expansion. Feel free to take whatever you want. Dude, they're ruthless right now. Won't let me have that space at all. Ah! Big mistake. Normally I'd be like very upset on any monkey room that's like not 140, but I'm so over it right now. I don't even care. Music is very agreeable. Thank you, thank you. It better be. No skip. I should let him hit me at least once. So if I hit big, I'm gonna cancel so I can let him hit me here just to spawn the monkey. See, that's like super knowledge of Baba right there. When you cancel your 5 to 1 just for a tick, to spawn the ranged baboons. This is why 5 to 1 is broken. It gives you the true understanding of Baba. With the unkitted Fang. Brennan, why don't you have a Fang kit already? Yeah, the game is too hard, man. You know what I hit last time, I'll go for it again. That's probably like a 10% chance of hitting. On Tob Tuesday? What is Tob Tuesday? Is it just Tuesdays on Tobs? Tuesdays on Tobs. Tobs on Tuesday, sorry. It's Wednesday, my dude. I'm disappointed in the community for not setting up, like, what is the maiden of Sugadinti? Sugadis. I don't hear it enough. Sebe podcast but unhinged. Thank you very much, Short. I wonder if I already have 20 Masori bodies. Hey man, what is your game resolution? 1050 by 731 is what I'm currently using. Does feel a little small sometimes though. I'm trying to close Discord. I should just let Piety on while I try to close it. It's like, does it bother you if like a window's like underneath your rune light? For me, if I can see a window underneath rune light, it kind of bothers me. So even though I can only see a sliver of Discord, I have to minimize it. I hit a 1 with the chin. Come on, bro. We only get 3 this time. Because I chinned the other one. If I didn't chin it, I could have blowpiped 2 things, but... probably never worth to go for the chin bounce that late, TBH. Oh my god. I hate running underneath the soldier, it's so annoying. It's like when you run underneath Verzik and stuff. It's one of those things I'm like, why can't they just make like a little hole in the dag of the NPC at this point? So I don't get mad. Billions of ticks lost. Can never financially recover. It used a sun spec, holy shit. My life flashed before my eyes. I don't think I take fix here because I'm hitting big. And by that, I mean I'm predicting that I will hit big. I did not in fact hit big. guess I'll drop these now. Red X and Kephri. I don't think this one actually hits me if I just click right away. Yeah. No, my total time. I'll never recover. Should have lost the 1 tick. If I learned the red X there, I would have saved some ticks and I could hit this a little bit faster, but I don't really care. What the hell did I click? Don't switch on me, dude. Alright. If he switches in the beginning, that's okay with me. As long as he didn't switch right there. I would have been kind of upset if he switched right there. Step back. You 1 tick. Chillin'. I feel like a lot of people who miss the DPS check on these shadows, they don't do that step back in the beginning. And that's where they get them. The -1 shadow hit. Oh my gosh, streamer privilege right there. He didn't switch. He moved down, so I'm gonna move down here, and then I'm gonna manual click just in case. Technically, I should always move down there. Give you the back-to-back purple? Absolutely not. I'm so due for shadow. You're a philanthropist. I'm a philosopher. And I believe that what's mine is mine. If I have a ZCB, no BGS, should I just save up for one, or should I can still send 400? Well, you should definitely bring some defense reduction regardless, because defense reduction is going to be a little bit more valuable than ZCB. For like Baba and Zebak, if you're ranging it, I assume. If you're maging Zebak, then not defense reduction, but definitely for like Baba and stuff like that. I would still bring a Bone Dagger in case you can't afford a BGS, just because it's like that important to get defense reduction on Baba. But if you're shadowing everything else, then you can just ZCB everything else. But if you're like using Bofa and everything, or ZCB, camping and everything, oh my god, let's click. Then definitely get some defense reduction on Baba, Zebak, Wardens. You know, like defense reduction is a really big deal. Yeah, Bone Dagger. I wouldn't have bought the ZCB until you had also the BGS, to be honest. Because the way you have to think about it is you're enhancing your main weapon's DPS. And if your main weapon's DPS relies heavily on, you know, defense value, then yeah, it's gonna really suck not having defense reduction. What is this streamer privilege? I got hit twice and he has a swap on me. Great. Mainly just next gear. Yeah. It's gonna suck because Bone Dagger doesn't roll very well, so your P3 might be a bit slow because, you know, you literally cannot roll high enough to get good value. But at least your Baba won't be miserable. His no defense reduction on Baba is very, very miserable. Like for a 540, hitting a Bone Dagger, like just the most average 13 Bone Dagger, saves like 30 seconds. It's very crazy. So maybe you only save like 20 seconds, but still. On just Baba, by the way. You're gonna use it for Zebak and Wardens as well. Please? Nice. Chillin'. Ow. 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 Where's the damage? Hey. What? How does that not hit? What do you think is harder, 500 ToA or Inferno Coliseum? Well, it depends on your gear, to be honest. If you're doing a typical 500 and you have max gear, then I would say both Inferno and Coliseum would be harder. If you're doing a 500 ToA with, let's say, a Bofa, then I would say it is considerably harder than Coliseum and Inferno, but it's kind of weird because a lot of people don't take into effect that, let's say, they've learned and have become a lot better of a player and they're more willing to do things that they're not normally willing to. And let me elaborate. If you've done the Inferno, it probably took you a long time to do, and then you gained a lot of skill from the Inferno, and then maybe you made an Iron Man or something and you're way better at the game now, and then you just do a 500 with a Bofa and you're like, wow, that was so much easier than the Inferno because it only took me 5 days. But I guarantee if you like were to put them side by side, the 500 ToA would have been actually harder if you had started from the same level of skill. So I would say 500 ToA is probably harder than both Inferno and Coliseum if you're like on a Bofa setup or something, because you have to. But if you're on a Shadow setup and you can abuse things like Butterfly, and you can get away with, like, let's say, using Mystic Might for Wardens and... Why did I do that? For like Wardens, Akkha, and stuff like that, then you basically don't have like supply problems, and you can just spam Sun 24/7. Damn. Waited a little bit long to re-Seercull. I'll re-Seercull when I get to 100% spec. But for now, we will deal no damage. Cursed one, by the way. Did you ever get a quiver? I can't remember. I think Blorva's on a whole another level of difficulty. Yeah, I would say it's considerably harder than both Colosseum and Inferno. I would like to think so. There's a lot more guides now, so people have gotten better. But again, I think it's like a lot of people who have Blorva already have the Inferno and stuff like that, so they're a lot better, so the grind will not... The leap isn't as big as your like first Inferno cape. But I think it is much, much harder. The gap between a player and his first Inferno case is probably very, very big for most people. I might not be getting too much value since it's already 40%. I hit a 1 again. No way. Bruh. I hit a 1, then I hit another one. Yeah, for a lot of people, Inferno is like their first experience into how the game works. If I didn't watch this guy called... He's a more OG RuneScaper, but I don't know if he still plays that much. His name is... he went by both Cloud and Reed, or Zach, I think. Like, those three names. And at the time, he used to be very, very good at flicking God Wars, right? And you might be like, hey, that's kind of an irrelevant skill. Why the fuck are you talking about God Wars? But watching him flick God Wars minions made me want to do it, because God Wars was good money at the time. Cloud Badass, there you go. And it happened to be that a lot of the God Wars monsters are 4-tick monsters too. And then watching him flick Dagonoth Kings, those are also 4-tick monsters. So I just learned the 4-tick cycle before I had even started the Inferno. But if you're doing, you know, like casual Dagonoth Kings, casual God Wars back in the day, before like all this door tech, Red X tech came out, then you would have no preparation for an Inferno and you just get blasted. Why did I equip my melee gear before this part? So I'm very grateful that I was a nerd enough to get inspired by his gameplay at the time, because it gave me a lot of prep for the Inferno, dealing with 4-tick monsters and whatnot. Yeah, like ToA is probably, for an Inferno user, ToA is probably considerably easier for them than grinding out like months of Inferno. Bruh, where's the deep? Where's the DP and the S? I was gonna go for the tick regen and try learning it this run, but unfortunately I was 102 HP and I don't know if it changes being 102 HP versus being 99 to start. One nice thing about ToA is that ToA also eases you in. No one goes from 0 to 500. They learn a lot of things first about the raid. from like, let's say a 450 or 400. They probably practice the Dehydro run or two. So 500 is a lot more approachable as another upside of it. There's no way I'm dead grasp at 17, not casting it. I actually got chipped so much right there. I think skulls could be coming up, so I'm gonna heal just in case. In case I get caught slipping, reading chat. Oh my god, how loud is that one? I just want to hear the skulls, dog. Oh, I'm using the wrong roll. Here's. Blow pipe, maybe? Blow pipe. Oh, Thrall, MVP. Thank god I resummoned it. So worth. Alright. Let's put these down here. How's our time? About the same as last time. A little bit slower even. Should be okay to skull skip though. Think of the Nox Halley, any tech or... I mean the Nox Halley, it's not exactly tech anywhere. In terms of like, it'll be used as a main hand weapon for like any high level gamer. But anyone looking at, you know, who has, let's say, a 200 mil bank or below will probably enjoy it. It serves a purpose. Lets you kill Vardorvis. Augury's still not worth using over Mystic Might. That's up to you. I usually use it for Akkha and Wardens. I just don't use it for P2. Because you only get... I mean, I guess you still get only one max hit, but... But Warden also has like low HP, so you probably don't usually get value out of the 1 HP. 1 HP probably isn't the difference 99.9% of the time. Okay, I have next to no faith in my ability to not make a tile mistake, so... I know I've done like hundreds of these raids, but... Never trust anyone, not even yourself. That's what they told me. How much time do you think double range... Thank god I sunned just in case that could have killed me. Anyway, how much time do you think double range trap compares to like a regular range trap? Well, the double range trap, one of the main purposes is to allow you to swarm. I'm gonna guess if you account for that, specifically swarming. No, I would have skull skipped, but I was low HP, so I wanted to heal. I normally skull skip though. For money rates. I'm gonna guess if you count for that, it's a really good, but if you swarmed and only did a single range trap, because I know back in the day people used to trap the melee and then kill the ranger. If you're comparing it to that method specifically, I'm gonna guess on average you're probably saving about 10 seconds. I would say 10 seconds is what you should be expecting to save with a double range trap versus the classic trap melee swarm while, you know, shadowing it or whatever. I would say it's about 10 seconds faster than that. Plus way less chip damage in the beginning, which is kind of nice. think I lost on ticks. Could have spammed, clicked them a little bit more. And look, today we got a Masori body. This is raid number 2. This is the back-to-back. I like it more than Soul Reaper. I don't know why losing 40 HP feels like a troll. I mean, Soul Reaper is definitely better after the changes. Because it's just an initial 40 HP investment, if you think of it. Not for like... It's not like you lose 40 HP per kill. You just lose in the beginning now. Since the stacks give you back your HP. The 40 HP is definitely worth the DPS gain. It's like really strong. You've never seen me pull Shadow. The thing is, when I pulled Shadow, it was like back-to-back days. Like I got it at night and then I got it the morning after. And then otherwise, I don't really see shadows. I guide players to a treasure I cannot possess, as they say. But yeah, I can show you a 400 invo list if you want to go over it. I can show you like an easy one and the one I would personally run. And then, although you don't really need to use Karis at 400s. You can kind of just rely on blowpipe specs to do the whole thing for you, like all the healing you need. And then use the other inventory space on whatever you want, whether it's more switches, just having an extra food in case. I also have a nice 400s video if you want to use that one. The bandage propaganda. Huge fan of the bandage. Never purple. Complaining after one raid. So for 400s, I mean, this is probably what I would run if you're not as experienced. An experienced player could run 35 timer pretty easily. Turn this off. You could leave this on, actually. Depends how lazy you are. These definitely off no matter what. And then this is probably like the most like standard 425. If you're struggling with supplies, you can do this. No diet. And you still want to go no help needed, trust me. Because you go powered life, you'll get one free brew, one free ambro, and you'll get one free bandage. The bandage is essentially going to be worth 200 HP or another ambro. And that this combination of no help and on a diet is far superior to less help and diet on. It's the same exact points, except now you are guaranteed 200 HP for P2, which means you don't need the sun for P1 or P2, which is really nice. You can also use blowpipe specs on P2, you can use blowpipe specs on Baba, you can use blowpipe specs on Akkha shadows, and that basically negates you needing a sun, which is nice, because you don't need a sun. But if you do have a sun and you want to just use restores for like Akkha, that's fine. I wouldn't really recommend using it anywhere else though, just because like you might as well just do DPS specs. Again, I'm not the boss of you. Overlords, I normally recommend somebody swarm, but this, you asked for specifically a straightforward one, and I know not that many people know how to swarm. I recommend learning to swarm. If you don't want to learn it, I'm not the boss of you. Put on overlords and to stab all the overlords to death. That's fine too. You'll still make time easily, either way. Let's pot the more 525s. Sorry. Nope. No, I must leave and repot. We are in a peasant raid, no offense. For max gear, man, the 410 is a peasant raid. Let's see. I prefer to take off the help needed thing and just learn level 2 start. What do you mean, like Pathfinder? Ooh. Or do you mean something else? Not sure what you mean. I hope you don't mean Pathfinder. I don't think you mean Pathfinder, but... it doesn't make sense in your sentence. Probably means something else. Firmly grasp it. Lost tick. Probably should have shadowed right before I fixed, but wasn't sure in the timing. Oh, I would not take Pathfinder that early. Pathfinder slows down the raid by several minutes. It's worth it when you push like really high invos because you get a, you know, there's like not many more invos to go for. But there's still plenty of good invos. I would not do that. Like, you'll probably still make time, but I would do that when you're going into like 480s, personally. Like, yeah, trust me, Warden will be easy, right? But it's not worth it, is what I'm saying. It's not worth it. Like, Warden will be easy doing it like that, but getting to Warden will be much harder. And yes, you'll develop some nice skills of just knowing Pathfinder, but it would be better to first get your Warden up there so that you're comfortable taking Dehydro and stuff and just having like lower supplies in general, and then taking Pathfinder later when you're going to 480 plus. Both are hard to beat the times? Nah, you'll be fine. Just don't take Pathfinder, trust. Try a run with no Pathfinder. I guarantee you the times will be so free. I think at this point we go for the skip. Oh, I noodled. Unlucky. Well, the rock was the other way anyway. Trust me, you'll be fine to beat times with Bofa. In like 400s. Even 445 is not bad. As long as you avoid Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I think, has probably like... I'm gonna guess 4 minutes at least. For like a lesser experienced player. Even for me, it adds like 2.5 minutes probably. Like, I have a video of doing 400 in about 32 minutes. $39-minute 430s. Yeah, just go for the supply ones, and then you'll probably get like 36 minutes or 38. I'm gonna guess 36. Just that's what I'm guessing. I think I can make this one. You control click Baba when doing this method? Yeah. So you do shift click there and then control click coming out. I am by account, unlucky. I should probably drink this. This would be nice for supplies. Yeah, like if you're having trouble with the supplies, then you can do the tie it off thing that I mentioned, and that'll cover you for P1, P2. Let's be real, do we really need 4 Ambrosias for P4? I doubt it. Not when you're at 400s level. You probably use the Ambrosia beforehand, you know, to set you up for a free P1, P2. P1, P2 take quite a bit. Yeah, P1 does take a while. I do recommend if you're doing, you use one to heal on P1. Oh, there you go. Then you just, yeah, that's what you have the bandage for anyway. The bandage is the same value. It's 200 HP. You just pop one again after tanking some orbs, right before you get the first orb, or a little bit before, and then that'll heal you through all of it. It's a heal over time though, so it heals you like 5 every like 5 ticks, I'm guessing. I don't know. You get bandages if you do no help. No help and diet is off. Diet is usually on for most players, but if you have no help and then diet off, it's kind of like, it's actually just so free. I don't know how to explain it. Don't really, yeah. I mean, having one soul does kind of suck, but give it a shot for a raid. Just preserve through Zebak, and just you'll see that having the lower levels really helps. On making it faster anyway. Having one salt on like a 40-minute raid does suck, I do agree. But when you're like a 35, 36, it's not bad. You know what I do recommend for P2, if you're doing a 3 down method for P2, try out the Akkha Kephri method. You do have to turn off aerial assault realistically to do it, but having the Akkha Kephri, it's kind of baller because you get 2 range phases, and both actually slaps range phases. Having a 3 down with 2 mage phases and not owning a shadow is the worst thing ever. I actually wanted to torture myself after trying it. This shit takes forever with Trident. Could have been cleaner. I think I let 2 in. No, I think I just let 1 in. Okay. Thrall, me up. Let's go. Take no chances. I'm running straight to this guy. Drop the ego. Mage weapon after saying, yeah. One of the I had asked for this, like, obviously I am one person who can ask for it only, but so you guys know the Sunlight Hunter's crossbow, how it bridges the gap between, let's say, about a rune crossbow MSB into about the dragon crossbow area. I had actually wanted a gap between the dragon crossbow and the Bofa, but the same thing needs to be said for Mage. It needs a gap between Sang and whatever, and Shadow. It needs it bad. But now that they've added Project Rebalance and possible heavy weaknesses, I changed my mind. Instead of adding a new weapon, they can just add more heavy weaknesses to monsters to make crossbows better. But they need to go a little bit harder, I think, in terms of applying it more. Like, for example, Baba has a crossbow weakness, but I think right now all it does is it serves to buff the ZCP. It doesn't serve to buff crossbows for non-Fang owners. I say give the make Baba's crossbow weakness even larger, so that somebody, like, let's say using a dragon crossbow, because they're going more squishy, they should be able to, obviously range gear is not as tanky, they should have a little bit more DPS. I think this one might have been faster to go for. That mirror, or whatever. Right now, if you do Dragon Crossbow versus Zamorak and Asta for Baba, Dragon Crossbow is about the same, assuming you kind of have like the same gear, like expected gear at that level. And I think it should be in favor of the crossbow by a decent margin. Thank you very much, WoW. Mr. WoW Yarkin, I appreciate it. I probably wouldn't four-tick Butterfly Akkha. I would bring in I assume you're bringing in like really good switches and then you're four-tick Butterflying. Do it the other way, where you bring just a few less switches so you can just face tank Akkha. Unless you're just four-ticking when he's melee and you're on a shadow, but that might be that's a little specific. I would not four-tick Trident or four-tick Sang Akkha with Butterfly, just because the DPS is really bad. Base tank is a little bit better. Yeah, like, you do take a lot of damage and it eats up your supplies, but being able to use your better weapons like the Bofa and Fang is really important. Butterfly is good for Shadow because Shadow is also the best DPS. If Shadow was not the best DPS, I guarantee you a lot of higher level players would not be Butterflying. Like if Fang was better DPS than Shadow, then I wouldn't be Butterflying right now. Does that proc? I don't think it procs. It procced. Dang it. In case you own a Void Waker, you can have a funny setup where you bring like a 4-way mage which will make your P2 a little bit slower for the mage phase. And then you go double power, which only works, of course, if you're very confident in your P4, but you go double power, dehydro, and then you basically have a whole adrenaline just for Akkha, and you just Void Waker spam him. And that is your, like, pocket shadow. But it does require the player to be very confident. What's the rapier for? Stabbing core primarily. Oh my god. What am I doing? I'm on the wrong style. I am now on the right style. Let's go. I'll just pray melee. I could stun here, but I think praying melee is a little bit better. Because I'd rather have the stun this... I want to like adrenaline stun, but if I do it now, I won't have it for Zebak in case like I noodle or want to stun later. So I think the best safe way is just to pray melee and take the prayer loss here. Or just don't mess up, obviously, but... I'll just pray melee. Yeah, you could probably save a lot of time at Akkha if you just drop a few mage switches and just face tank. I don't know if you can save a whole minute, but maybe you can shorten it to like a 5.5 minute room or a 6 minute room. I assume Vortic Butterfly probably takes like 7 minutes plus. Would you mage Zebak? The most part, yeah, but it depends on how good your mage gear is. Like if your mage gear is, okay, pretty good, then yeah, definitely. It's about the same as Tbow even. If your mage gear is like mid, you might want to use a DPS calculator. Shadow of Arims. Even then, I can't really say because I don't know what the rest of your mage gear is. Like, you have a Vertis hat, Magus ring, stuff like that. You'll have to use a calculator because I can't answer that. Also, like, you're using a Seercull versus a BGS and stuff. Both is comparable if you're BGSing and you're in like Arims. So feel free to use Bofa because, you know, it's free or cheap. But it might be a big difference if you have like Magus and a Seercull. I'm really not sure. I do not know every threshold in the game. Unfortunately. But it also might not be much of a difference that you can probably bank some Bofa switches if you wanted to mage it. I don't know. You'll have to make that decision on your own. Currently using your Din's tech in the Coliseum. Hey, nice. Good luck on the quiver, man. Unless you already have it and you're just using it to cheat. And also, good luck on the monies. A different potion, prayer regeneration potion. It's a new potion that came out kind of recently. It's basically like a Chambers of Zerek Prayer Enhance. Like a bad version of it. Ah, I didn't think that would hit me. Lots of rich people? Nah. It's only 95k. It lasts 30 minutes. It's worth it. 32 minutes, actually. Definitely worth it. Think of it as 200k an hour. Not bad. We're bringing over an extra Sanfu? Yeah, generally. Because then you have an extra restore, which means if you're already chilling, you can bring an extra swap on something. Or you could be like me and just be big chillin'. Hey Imperative, you're the one that chose the Blorva, okay? You wanted it. The stats on it? It gives you, I think, 66 or 64 prayer over 8 minutes. So I would only use it in what's called long form content that you're gonna be like doing for a very long period of time in one run, like a raid or Inferno. You leave it on long range, yeah. Oh my lord. I got acided. Careful not to click that jug and like push it. You switch between accurate, that's some psychopath shit. I respect it. There's like almost no DPS difference. I believe that switching from long range to accurate saves you like 1.5 seconds at Zebak, which could just be placebo at that point. Is that even? It has 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds is 1.5 seconds. Alright, but here's the base oh, I'm so sorry. Here's the base reason you shouldn't do that. Because if you do that, you're gonna hit 200 mil magic with like no defense XP. You gotta treat the defense as 0 time XP. Sorry, the mentally ill skillers talking right now. I'm not praying Mage, it's that. Not letting him heal in the last hit. Tell me I'm not speaking facts though, hold up. I'm about to hit 200 build strength. I'm actually a nerd. Over for me. Well, I might die this raid because I want to learn the rapid heal tech. You not have the monster percentage plugin. I'm very stubborn. I don't want to use it for some arbitrary reason. Hope that makes sense. I knew it. Okay, it looks like I'm just gonna out DPS it anyway. Turns out you don't need to learn if you just kill it. When will you ever make... Oh my god, what am I doing? A top guide? I might do some commentaries, but I don't know about a guide. There's so many mechanics to cover that have already been covered. And probably a better way. That I don't think I can sufficiently provide like a good guide. But I might do some educational commentaries one day. Because I do want to show up the Noxious Halberd. It's not that great for anything other than P2 cheesing, but I do think giving the learners mental confidence in P2 is very important for the learning. Because if you don't give them a little bit of confidence that they've done it already, they will be sad. They will die. They will not want to go back. Similar to the Din's ideology. Technically shouldn't use it, but giving a player confidence is important. Also a team in laning because of P2. There's a way around it, but yeah, I know what you mean, like if you're not careful. There's like a walk you can do. There's certain walks that you can do. Obviously, it's not going to be like a good walk compared to like, you know, just learning Tick Perfect P2, but I don't want to tank without killing my team. I actually I do the most obscure way to do it, which was I look at the hit splat that hits me, and then when the tick splat goes away, or like a tick later, I will click Verzik underneath her. So I do it based off the hit splat. The problem with that is if you're so far away, if you're really far away from the boss, the hit splat's a bit, you know, different timing, which is an issue. Alternatively, also use my scythe animation, but I understand not everyone wants a scythe, so good luck with that. I know, very unhelpful. Will that always work if you're close to Verzik? Yeah. It won't help you if you get meleeed. It only works on mage and range attacks. Two 1-1-2, yeah. Yeah, I have a video on Runelet setting. They should have most of my settings in it. Got a little healing. Tbow does invite me to the cast, I have to kind of think about what I want to talk about. He's definitely going to ask about... I don't know, actually. He's never met me. He probably doesn't know the things I ramble about. I would like to talk about invocations I'd like to see in the game. Or... I guess my personal design philosophy behind invocations. Because I want to see goddamn invocations. By that, I mean I want to see new invocations in the game. I don't care much for the invocation system in general, but now that we have it, I want to play with it. I wouldn't know if importing and exporting Runelite plugins is safe. I'll be honest, I have no idea. I will, in fact, insert 10 different keyloggers. It may not be safe, actually. I know there's a lot of like ToA scams and random shit like that, but I don't think they ask you to import. I think they probably ask you to download off some shady website. Or use OS Buddy. Damn, I just realized, like, probably a fat majority of the player base does not know OS Buddy. Or Conduit, yeah. Conduit was the OG. You guys remember that era of billions of cheat clients after Runelite became popular? And we had like Lizard, steroids, and stuff like that. I hated it. I still hate cheat clients to this day. Runelite is as cheaty as it goes, but at least now it's everyone's on the same field. I remember when they finally like did like a large scale ban on them, and people were saying it doesn't make a difference because Runelite's a cheat client anyway, which, I mean, I see their point, and they're saying they're gonna play the same anyway. And then they, you know, kind of forget how to do anything in TOB. Forget how to tank, forget how to do Zarpus, their little tick counters. Now we have them anyway, the tick counters, I think, but... Seeing someone unable to tank Verzik without a tick counter, it's the funniest shit ever. Hider for dead NPCs, yeah. One thing I really don't like being allowed on Runelite is have you ever used I mean, everyone uses it obviously now, but Nihilo Death Indicators, where if everyone has the party plugin, as soon as someone gets an XP shot that kills the Nihilo, it just disappears off the screen entirely. I feel like that has decreased the skill of Nihilo Room so much, it's crazy. And now people have like massive ego if you're like not as good at Nihilo, although they all use the plugin. Back then, I felt like Nihilo was like team synergy, like you knew what your teammate was going for, so you didn't go for it. Now you just automatically like have a certain level of synergy built in because of the plugin. Yeah, I feel like it's straight up cheating. Back then, like, you used to get to know a team, you get to know someone like doing a certain role, and you know what they typically like to do every run, and you play around it, or you adapt around it. But now you don't, a lot of the time. Like, obviously we were just worse at the room in general back then too, but still. I feel like Nilo Def Indicators is pretty egregious. The rest is, I think most of the others are fine though. Alright guys, I am gonna go to bed for work. I've exceeded my late night hours. Alright, but let me answer this question. Hi Ronald, I'm 55 KC, 400 invo, no purple. Are drops real? Sometimes. Was that a little over 4 times rate? That's unlucky. Not unheard of, but unlucky. Hopefully soon. You can always pump up the invos. If you have like a Bofa, you could try doing like a 445. But yeah, I mean that only makes your drop rate go from like 1 in 11 to 1 in 9. But it does make it not feel as bad. Alright guys, have a good night.